want to talk about experiencing God through marriage and how your marriage can be positive, rich, and God's dream. I've been taking some time to do some studies, and I also went ahead and took some notes, and I'll read what I was able to pick on that matter. And number one, marriage is God's blueprint. And this is according to Genesis chapter 2 verse 24. And as you read that verse, you can see clearly that he's the author. And there are seasons, and God gives seasons in each. God plants the dream in our hearts. Sometimes the greatest deterrent in a marriage is believing you are both perfect. No one is perfect. But with a perfect God, he makes everything beautiful. And some of the things that may make one assume that they are perfect, yet they are not, are things like not knowing the difference between love and infatuation, poor communication, hidden expectations, lack of a model family or a marriage, financial problems, and also so many other things. And at times also people assume if you love each other, things will solve themselves. No, we have to go ahead and actually solve these things. And when we look at the blueprint, and just like we've said, God is a blueprint, then the two of you need to go through a process. After the process, a reward then comes, and it's just not about being fulfilled, maybe getting work, getting kids, etc. God wants you to know him more. That is the biggest goal when it comes to marriage. And if you're to draw a triangle, up there is God, down here is man and woman, and the two of them as a team work towards knowing God, who is the pinnacle of that relationship. So without God, I found that things cannot work. So God is the center. He is the blueprint. Also, it goes ahead, and as I was reading the study, when it comes to God's blueprint, it's also important to be open to vulnerability, the two of you as a couple. And as seen in the Garden of Eden, when Adam and Eve got naked and got connected to the heart level without shame after disobeying God, and God demonstrated the ability to need your mate during and using that particular scenario. And what you need in marriage, God is the ultimate source. You may be lacking the basic needs, you may be lacking a luxury, but he is the ultimate source. He will provide in the most unusual ways. I've seen him providing, and I believe he will also provide for you. And when we look at, there are three things. There is the spirit, the soul, and the body. And the soul can be described by the agape love. And this is the two of you need to be fellow worshippers. Do you pray together? Do you worship the Lord together? It's very important. Then the soul is demonstrated by the philos love. This is the friendship. The two of you need to be good friends. And I've seen that being very key, even in our marriage. Eros love. The two of you need to be passionate with each other. And all these three go together, the body, the spirit, and the soul. And this is demonstrated by the living, cleaving, and becoming one flesh. So marriage needs to be legal, and living together ain't marriage. Cohabitation is not marriage. And take that step of faith. Take that step of faith to also know that God has a dream for you. God would like your marriage to be positive and rich, and his dream is all in the Bible.